Okay, so we're looking at forming and solving equations. And the first question, which I've copied from the top, I've modified it a bit, just to make the new numbers. So first of all, Sarah, can you read the question for us, please?
If we halve it and add 16, the answer is 241.
Okay, so if we halve it, so what is the it they're talking about? What should we call that in the question?
X.
Fantastic. It is, we don't know what it is. Question mark. So we're gonna call the x. Now, how do you halve the x?
You must halve divided by 2.
Beautiful. And then what do you have to do next?
Plus 16.
And then add 16. You're literally translating the English into maths. And what about the next bit? And what's it mean by the answer is?
It is equal to 241.
Beautiful. So you have now translated the English sentence into mathematical symbols, and you've done a very good job. Now, what do we want to work out the value of?
X.
Okay, lovely. Now, how do we work out the value of x?
First, you need to start at X. Then you need to identify the actions, and then you need to solve it in reverse order.
Fantastic. Okay, so if I start at the x, and what's the first action?
The first action is divided by 2.
And what's the second action?
Plus 16.
Okay, so which one shall I move first?
You should move the plus 16 over the equal sign.
What's it become on the other side?
Minus 16.
And what's 241 take away 16?
241 take away 16 is
well, 241, if you take away 11, will give you 230. That's take away 11, then take away another 5. That'll give you what?
225.
Beautiful, fantastic. Then we copy down the x divided by 2 back on the left hand side, the plus 6. Now what do we do with the plus 6, sorry, divide by 2?
You move the divided by 2 over the equal sign.
And what's it become?
Divided by 2.
It was a divided by 2, becomes a?
Multiplied by 2.
That's better. So what is 225 multiplied by 2?
4,500. 450.
A double of 200 is 400, double of 25 is 50. So the question is the missing number, the blue part, if we half this mysterious number and add 16, the answer is 241. The actual original value should have been 450. Okay. Done. That's the first question done. But let's have Ibrahim join me for another example. Okay, Mr. Ibrahim, I'm going to cut another question out. Copy. I'm going to paste it here. And then I'm going to modify it a bit. Okay. So. Everybody copy down the modified question, please. Okay, so I've modified the question completely. I've put my own new values in there. Everybody copy that sentence out. Okay, so Mr. Ibrahim, read the question for me, please, now.
If we add 17 and subtract 8, the answer is 180.
So what are we adding the 17 to? What should we call it?
X.
We call it X. Fantastic. We're going to call it X. We're going to start with the X, so then we're going to add 17. Is that right?
Yes.
And then what we're going to do next?
We're going to subtract 8.
And what's the answer going to give us?
180.
There we go. So we're changing the English into maths. So now, I want you to work out for me the value of x. So what are the actions?
Start on X, identify the actions, and reverse.
But we could be a little bit cheeky here, and we could actually simplify before we do all that. So what is 17? Take away 8.
11. I mean 9.
So we could actually simplify the like terms first and make the question a little bit more simpler. So we still want to work out the x. So what do we do with the plus 9 now?
You move it to the 180, and then you turn into a minus. So you have to do minus 180 minus 9, which is 171.
Okay, fantastic. Well done, Ibrahim.
So you can do this shorter version.
Hmm?
You can just like make into 9 and do it easily.
Absolutely, but you can, because in this particular instance, because you got more than one thing happening and those numbers are all numbers, it's called simplifying like terms. You do a little bit of a kind of a tidying up before you do the rearranging. It makes life a little bit more easier. Okay, right, let's have the next question. Put your hands up if you want to do the next question. Okay, yeah, it's you, Mr. Give me a second while I cut out the next question. And I'll copy that for you. And I'll paste it over here. And I'll modify it for you as well.
Yep.
Okay, everybody copy that sentence down first, please. So I've modified the 5 to 15, 7 to 17, and 24, I think it was to 84. So quickly copy that down. For forming equations, recent videos I don't see having. So, okay, who's doing the question? Yeah, restart, please, young man, go.
If we add 15 to this number and then another 17, the answer is 8.
The answer is 84. Okay. Are you sitting far from the microphone? I can hardly hear you.
No.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to choose another student because we can't actually hear. There's not much audio on there. Okay, Aisha, please can you join us in this question, please? So if we add 15 to this number, what should we call this number, Aisha?
X.
And then we have to add what to it?
Add 15.
And then add what to it?
You have to add another 17.
And then what's the answer?
The answer is 84.
Fantastic. Can we do a bit of tidying up before we do the identification?
Yeah.
Okay, what can we tidy up? What can we combine together?
We can combine the 15 and the 17 and then subtract it from X.
Why can we combine the 15 and 17? Because they're called, special name for it, they're called like terms. Yeah, because they're both numbers that can be simplified. So what's 15 and 17? 30?
32.
32. 15 and 15 is 30, add another 2 is 32. Done. What do I move now?
Now you move the 32 and you put it next to the 84 and you do 84 subtract 32.
So hopefully Iman's paying attention to this, because she's not setting her work out like this. She's doing her own special start-stop technology. where she's doing little bits of work, on the side, and they don't connect with the actual question. So what's 84 minus 32?
84 minus 32 is 52.
Fantastic. 3 lovely questions done. We translated the question into, we put our own words on them, numbers, and now I'm going to give you some questions to do now. Off you go, please. Highlighted green questions. Copy out the questions first. Set the question out. Simplify if you can, rearrange it in using the steps. Identify the actions. Not. I'll give you guys a couple of minutes to pause the video. Oh, we don't need to pause. I'll just mute the video.
Sir,
Sir,
Sorry, yes, I had not didn't realize I was muted. Go on.
I don't have a pencil and paper, so I can't do the question.
Don't worry. You can do them in your head and give me the answers. Let's see how good your mental capacity is.
sir,
Gee,
for question number 2, is that a 5 or a 3?
if we add 5 to the number, then add another 7 and 24.
Okay.
Number say, it's getting late, isn't it? तो रोला पानी है दो ये पर फोटोकॉपी हां
स्कूल में आए सो और क्लास था फूड खाता
हां तुम 8 पाउंड है
हां तो सालन है आपने गरम करके उसे देर नहीं है मैं
Oh my God, I'm being tortured by the baby. She won't give me any roti. The cup of keva?
बैंगन आलू और चिकन भी आ गया
Bangan aloo. Oh my guys.
You want chicken?
Was it Salon? No, is it Salon?
Yeah.
Wet. Oh, haven't had chicken salad in some ages. Sounds good. Chicken salad sounds good.
तो आप इसका डिटरमिनेंट भी 2 अलग-अलग हिस्सों में निकाल सकते हो पहला वाला जो हिस्सा है उसमें a1 b1 c1 या फिर इस पूरी कैटेगरी को चूज कर लेना सेकंड वाले में आप लैम्डा 1 लैम्डा 2 लैम्डा 3 को चूज कर सकते हो तो कहने का मतलब क्या है कि सिर्फ और सिर्फ ऊपर वाले एलिमेंट्स डिफरेंट होंगे नीचे वाले एलिमेंट्स चाहे तो कॉपी पेस्ट ये उतनी ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट प्रॉपर्टी नहीं बट हां डिटरमिनेंट की प्रॉपर्टी होती है तो जरूर हमको इसके बारे में जानना है ठीक है बोलो भाई आगे में ये पॉइंट सबको समझ
Okay, right. See, but we finished the questions.
Money.
Yeah. What's that?
No chicken left.
You said salan?
ये दो बोटियां इसमें सालन का ठीक है चावल
You said salan?
सालन का बैंगन आलू ऐड खाई थी
Salan means liquid.
छोरा no
No, no, no.
दाल है
Dal.
दाल
My God, woman.
कल छोरा बना सकते हो चूजा खा ओके
That's how I have it.
और सब गट्टी देखी वो सारा कुछ बनाया सी ना
Oh my God, that's English food, man. Certificate.
आज तो सब बैंगन खा तो
ठीक है जी, दो.
हाँ सब नहीं है ना
दो फिर बैंगन.
अरे बोटियां दो को जब खाई ना चुप शुरू करो मैं जी नहीं आ जाए मरी की तो साथ
Oh my God.
वाता ना कोई ऐसी खाई के लिए बात नहीं जानी सही उसके लिए इंस्ट्रूमेंट
Yes, I'm still in lesson, madam.
मैं क्या करा
I have had Ibrahim send me 2 answers so far. He sent me an answer for number 1, the first question, the second question. By the way, these questions, when you get the sheet, you need to number them. I gotta find the answer. There are answers for this. I'll have to send you the answers. I remember there are definitely answers for this. I wonder where the answers have gone. I'll have to get them ready for you guys. Okay. So Ibrahim's done the first one. Talha, what's the answer for the first one?
Number one,
What's the answer?
number 118.
So number 1, Sarah's got 36, Ibrahim's got 36. Do you mean the answer is 36? Number 1 answer is 36. So if you halve it, x divided by 2 add 6 equals 24. The first action is divide by 2, second action is plus 6. And then it equals 24. Okay. So opposite add 6 minus is opposite divide by 2 times by 2. Okay, the next question. Okay, answer for question number 2. Let's have Mr. Hasib. What's your answer? What's your answer for the second question? I think Hasib's gone to sleep. Okay, let's.
I've got 12.
Okay, what's the answer for the next?
So I got 12. I just left my mic off.
Okay, no problem. Hasib, what's the answer for the next one?
Next,
What's the answer? Mr. Hasib, what's the answer for the next question? Mr. Hasib.
तो ये उतने ज्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट
Wait.
प्रॉपर्टी नहीं आप चाहो तो इसको स्किप भी कर सकते हो तो ये हमारे लिए
Are you telling me you've only done one question, Hasib?
my mic is off.
Okay, have you done this? Have you done the second one, selected question?
Yeah?
Allahu Akbar. Mr. Hasib, have you done the question?
No, I don't think so.
So you've done in all that time, you've just done one question or 2 questions.
Two, actually.
I don't know which grammar school you're planning on going to, young man. That's going to work at that slow speed. They're going to be teaching you questions at the board at 180 miles an hour. You got to be quick. You can't be sleeping like you are now in the lesson. Yeah. Right. Let's have Sarah, please. Sarah, what's the answer for this one? If we add 6 and subtract 5.
X plus 6 minus 5 is 13. Minus 5 is 1. So x plus 1 is equal to 13. 13 minus 1 is 12. So x is equal to 12.
The answer is 12. Did you get 12, Sarah?
Yes.
Excellent. Well done. MashaAllah, she's good. Okay, next question. If you multiply this number by the number of days in the week, the answer is 63. Iman, help us, please. Remove the lethargicness from our class. We've got too many lethargic students. They've become Buddha before the time has come, before they've become Buddha. Their brains have become Buddha. Slow. Come on.
The days in a week is 7.
Yeah, and you multiply by what?
You have to multiply it by x,
And the answer is what?
63.
So how do you work out the x?
You have to do 63 divided by 7.
So what's the answer?
7.
Sure?
No. 9.
9. Okay, well, at least you had a good method. You just got a little bit stuck on the division. But well done on you trying. Do the next question for me.
If we multiply this number by the number of sides of a pentagon, the answer is 45.
So how many sides does the pentagon have?
5.
Let's see if you can redeem yourself on this question, madam.
So you have to do 45 divided by 5, which is 9.
Beautiful, fantastic. You killed the girl. Okay, excellent. Right. Let's have a go at some questions on this side now. Okay, so that's oh, that's all recorded. Okay. Oh. Right, we're on this side now, everybody. Okay, 15 is 3 more than half this number. Right, let's grab some questions from this side. Actual questions. Copy. Right, let's have Madam Aisha, please join me on this question.
15 is 3 more than half this number.
So, translate it for me, please.
So 15 subtract 3.
Are you sure? What is the word is?
15 equals 3.
3 more than half this number. So we call the number
6x
we call the number x, and then we halve it,
by 2.
and then we make it 3 more.
Yeah.
So even though the 3 more is written first, it's better for us to write it second. It just makes the equation look a little more nice and easy to manage. Okay?
Yeah.
So what do we want to work out in this question?
X.
And how do we work out the x?
You divide it by 2 and then add 3.
So what do we do first?
You do 15 and 3 and subtract 15 subtract 3. You take the 15 and the 3 and put it next to the 15. So 15 subtract 3 is 12.
Why? Because you start at x, divide by 2 is the first action, add 3 is the
Second action.
you always move the last action first. Now, what you do after you've done 15, take with 3, you get 12 because x over 2. How do you work the x out now?
Now you 12 divided by 2.
It was
No.
divided by 2. Now it's become?
It becomes 24. X is 24.
I'm going to write mine as 24 equals x because I'm keeping x on the right hand side. Yeah? Well done. Excellent. Come on, let's grab another question. Okay, for this question, let's have Mr. Ibrahim join me in this question, please.
45 is 9 less 9 less than 6 times this number.
Okay, how do you write that down?
You have to so you get an x, which is something that we don't know.
Think about the sentence. I want you to translate the sentence into the algebra. You start at the 45. What does the word is mean?
X.
Is means equal. It doesn't mean x. The word is equal. 9 less than 6 times this number. This number is the x over here. Okay.
Okay.
How do you make the number 6 times?
9.
Times by 6.
And how do you make it 9 less?
Do minus 9.
There you go. So even though the 9 less is written first, it comes second. 6 times written last, it comes first. It's just the way you write it to make it make sense. Okay, how do you work out the value of x?
You grab the 9 minus 9.
Okay, we got the minus 9. Why are you grabbing the minus 9? Because?
To find what x is.
Why haven't you grabbed the time by 6?
What did you say? I didn't hear you.
Why didn't you grab the time by 6?
Why don't you grab the time by 6?
Yeah, why?
I'm not sure.
You should be sure. You start at the x, the time by 6 is the first, and the minus 9 is the?
Because when because you have to you did your first part, now you have to do your second part.
Yeah, because you have to identify the actions. You move the minus 9 first because it's the last action. It has to be moved first. So what's opposite at minus 9?
Add 9.
What's 45 at 9?
54.
What do we do next?
You grab the 6 times and then you move it to the 54. So you have to do 54 divided by 6, which is 9. And then x, is 9.
Fantastic, lovely. Let's give you guys a couple of questions to try. I think that one. Do that one. 45 is. Oh, I've done that one. Okay. I'm in a lesson recording. Yeah. There you go. 2 questions for you guys to do. Off you go.
Sir,
Yes, Talha?
still recording.
Yeah, no. Have you guys finished?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. So, this question here, Talha, go. Write it for me. Yes. Okay, good. Come on, Talha.
9 is 4 more than half this number. So 9 equals x divided by 2 minus 4 plus 4.
Add 4. Yeah. Now, how do you work out the x?
X.
So you start with the x, you identify the actions. It's been divided by 2 is the first action. Then it's been added by 4 is the second action. So which one shall I move first?
Mm,
The second action. Opposite add 4 is?
Subtract 4.
So 9 times 4 is?
9 take away 4 is 5.
And then the opposite of divided by 2 is?
Times by 2.
So the answer is?
10.
10 equals x. Done. Okay, the next question, let's have Mr. Ibrahim. Next one.
24 is 6 less than 6 times this number.
So the word is means equal 24, 6 less than 6 times this number. So how do you write it down?
You do 24 equals minus 6 times by 6 x.
Because it's 6 less than 6 times this number, that 6 times number has to be done first. If I'm going to take away something from you, you need to be there first. So the minus is something that's done to something, it comes secondary. Done. Work out the value of x for me, please.
You grab this minus 6, you take it to the 24.
Okay, you haven't explained anything. So what's the procedure?
Star on x.
Well, you missed that out. What's the second one?
Identify the action.
And you missed that out. And you went straight to step 3. That's excellent. So you have to say, I'm going to start at the x. I'm going to identify the actions. What actions are they?
Then the third one is reverse.
What are the actions?
Start on x. Then identify the actions. Then reverse the action.
It's all in reverse order. Okay, so what's the actions?
Minus 6 and
Time by 6. Time by 6 is first, is it?
time by 6 and minus 6.
Yeah, but you don't just read them in any order. You got to tell me the order. Identify the actions doesn't mean just say any of them in any order. So the time by 6 has been done first. Minus 6 second. Which one shall I move?
Then minus 6.
Minus 6 becomes a what?
Add 6.
And 24 add 6 is equal to what?
30.
And what do you do next?
You could grab the time by 6, you take it to the 30, it becomes divided by 6, and then you divide it by 30, which is 5, and then you get down to that x is 5.
Okay, excellent. Okay, so you got 24.1 to do for homework, 24.2 to do for homework, 24.2, I think you should do 2 quick examples. Okay, Aisha, join me on the first one, please. Aisha, join me on this one. And then I want Hasib to join me on this one. So Aisha, your question first. Read it to me, please.
6 is 5 times smaller than this number.
So here's the number. How do I make this number 5 times smaller?
You divide
By beautiful. Even though it says times, and you think times means multiply, it doesn't mean multiply. Times smaller means actually divide. Times smaller. Those two words together means divide. Excellent. So how do I work out the x now?
you do x. You would
Opposite of?
and you would put it next to 6 and change it into a multiplied by 5. 6 multiplied by 5 is 30.
Done. Fantastic. Okay, next question is Mr. Hasib Saab. Go.
250 is 10 times larger than this number.
What does the word 10 times larger mean?
10, it's 10 times bigger.
Beautiful. It actually means bigger. So 250 is 10 times. So the number is x is going to be 10 times bigger than x. So how do I work out the value of x?
You need to times x. You divide 250 by 10.
That's what you got the time by 10, take it over. So what's the answer?
25.
So when they say times larger, you have to do times. And when they say to you do times smaller, you have to do a divider. Okay. And all those will be in homework. Okay.